Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dr. V's Motivational Mondays, a video series on best practices for self-regulation and effective learning, where our goal is to learn how to learn. Because after all, guys, learning should be fun. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't always have fun when I'm learning because I'm experiencing something known as burnout. Burnout is something I think will affect all of us at some point in our academic career. So it is pertinent to talk about how we can avoid burning out. Because after all, if we find an appropriate balance today, we actually end up with a brighter tomorrow. And so what I want you to think about burnout is really as a cycle. Burnout is something that exists as an emotional, physical, and mental state of exhaustion that is caused by prolonged stress, often related to academic, social, or workplace pressures. What it does is it ends up making us feel pretty cynical, pretty detached, and it makes us feel a diminished sense of accomplishment. What's happening is we have our full battery, but we are not taking care of ourselves in such a way that keeps that battery charged. And by the time we get to the end of that battery, we are just unable to continue moving forward. So to define college student burnout, it's a state of chronic stress or exhaustion where students may feel due to the many demands that they face. And guys, students do face weird demands. I actually just had a conversation with some students today about this. We were talking about how in college, one of the things that students have to do is figure out how to learn under multiple different instructors, different styles. While in the workplace, you only typically have one boss, right? And so you have to navigate and adjust for your boss. But in college, you're adjusting to a lot of different circumstances. This often makes students feel overwhelmed and drained by their workload, disconnected or cynical about their classes, and a struggle with reduced academic efficacy. Efficacy is the belief in myself that I can do it. So a decrease in academic efficacy is a decrease in the belief that I can be academically successful. Additionally, managing everything that happens in college, we have social life and we have extracurriculars and we have jobs, and all of that can be really, really stressful for college students who don't necessarily have a lot of training in how to do that. I do want to point out that stress is part of burnout, but they are not synonymous. Stress is characterized by overengagement, while burnout is characterized by disengagement. So I am stressed because I'm doing too much, right? I have too many irons in the fire, which is making me stress out. If that stress lasts long enough, right? Burnout is the accumulation of unchecked stress, okay? That will lead to burnout where I'll actually withdraw from the different things I have to do. So I'm going to go from doing too much to doing nothing. I'm going to do less than I was doing. Stress is going to be a loss of energy, but burnout is going to be a loss of motivation. Motivation is that internal drive that I have to do something. A loss of energy just means I might be tired, right? And so burnout and stress are different. Last, stress is going to take a physical toll. We all know it does. We can get sick from stress, but burnout is going to have an emotional toll. It's going to make us feel like we're not adequately performing. And this can come from a lot of different places. Burnout comes from an imbalance in our work and life. So if we're trying to get this balance and we can't, doing too much work, not enough life, that can lead to burnout. Burnout can also be caused by feelings of lack of control when we feel like we're spinning and we can't make good progress because we don't know which direction we're heading. Burnout can also be caused by unclear or overloaded job expectations. So being asked to do too much is often a cause of burnout. The lack of reward or recognition is huge when it comes to burnout because people just want to know that what they're doing is right. A monotonous workplace, so something that never changes, or a chaotic workplace, one that changes frequently and is characterized by a high level of uncertainty. Both of those would cause burnout. And last, isolation, the lack of social support, the idea of feeling alone and like there's no help in sight. But there is help. There is help that can be offered to battle and prevent that burnout, and it's quite simple. First, exercise. Get out, work the body, make sure you're doing something that's gonna make you feel like you're taking care of yourself. Self-care is huge, right? And regular exercise can be a really great way to recharge that battery. Eating a balanced diet is also going to be a part of self-care. And really what it's all about is making sure you're not fueling your body with crap, right? Putting garbage in is only going to get garbage back out again. The next thing is going to be to practice good sleep habits. Get some sleep. Go to bed every now and then, because that's going to help reduce the burnout. And last, understand that you are not in it alone and that you can ask for help. That will go very far in battling burnout. And just understanding that sometimes the answer won't be what you want, but the answer will help you get past what it is that is causing the burnout. That's everything I've got for this episode of Dr. V's Motivational Monday. I hope you're able to avoid burnout in the future. Take care, everybody.